I was in my lane and at the last minute she clipped me. My car flipped twice and then I don't remember. Shattered wrist, broken femur, broken pelvis, broken back.
They're out there breaking the law, driving with no insurance, while simultaneously breaking the law and drinking and driving. I can't think of one example, not a single example, where I thought somebody got a windfall, like they got more money than they deserve. It just does not happen.
It's a popular myth, and many people believe that victims of DUI crashes get rich in court.
Eyewitness News reporter Jeff Platt uncovers this myth is make-believe, and most DUI victims end up flat broke. Jeff?
Yeah, Dave, Rochelle, a combination of old insurance laws, minimal enforcement of those laws, and rising costs of medical care has created a new normal where DUI crash victims who live end up smothered in debt. September 12, 2014 started off a great day for Ashley Hampton. She was getting ready for her first day at Ridgecrest Regional Hospital. It was the next step towards her dream job.
They were going to pay for my schooling to become an RN.
But the day that started with so much promise ended in disaster.
First day we were moving, first day of my new job, first day of the car payment, and I never made it.
Ashley actually did make it to the hospital, but as a patient. On her way to work, a drunk driver hit her, causing Ashley's car to roll twice, putting her in a coma.
It took me 4 days to get off the ventilator.
Waking up was just the first step in Ashley's recovery. A broken wrist, broken leg, broken back, broken hip, and crushed foot made her bedridden for 4 months. The drunk driver who hit her had no insurance, so the medical bills kept piling up. Before she knew it, Ashley was on the hook for over $400,000.
I'd just open it and forget about it, because I can't pay it.
To find out how often victims are not only hurt by the crime, but then suffer the financial burden too, I sat down with personal injury lawyer Matt Clark.
Over 16 years now, I've represented countless victims in drunk driving crashes.
Clark tells me Ashley's case isn't rare at all. It's actually becoming the new normal.
Defendants in drunk driving cases oftentimes either have no insurance or far too little insurance to cover an injury or, God forbid, a death.
According to Clark, there's two major issues at play. The first is because insurance companies and the DMV don't communicate, it's too easy to drive without insurance. The other issue is minimum coverage rates in California barely cover an ambulance ride.
California has some of the lowest minimal insurance policy limit requirements in the country. They need to be raised. You know, $15,000 worth of coverage covers nothing. It literally covers nothing.
But there is something you can do right now to protect yourself. You can get or raise your uninsured, underinsured coverage limit to $100,000. It'll cost you about $40 a month, but it'll protect you if the driver hits you as the minimum coverage or no coverage at all. Now physically unable to perform her dream job and struggling with PTSD, it's a lesson learned too late for Ashley, but she's happy to be alive and is hopeful others can learn from her tragedy.
The freaking out and all the bills that I have to pay, I wouldn't want anybody to go through that when it's 100% preventable.
Now, Clark wants to emphasize to everyone, plenty of people are driving sober with no insurance or a minimum policy, and so having that big policy of your own is the best way to protect yourself no matter what. Tomorrow night, in the final part of Kern Under the Influence, we look at the only solution to DUI, making the right choice.
Driving a vehicle while intoxicated is absolutely no different than firing a gun into a crowd of people.
Just trying to explain somebody else made a bad decision and your dad died because of it.
All I want to know is why. Why would somebody drink and drive?
It's 100% preventable. It's just choice.
The only way that it's going to change is society waking up and deciding one day that we're not going to put up with it anymore.
That airs tomorrow night right here on Eyewitness News at 5. And if you've missed any part of the series, you can catch it on our website, bakersfieldnow.com. Live in studio this evening, Jeff Platt, Eyewitness News.